Hi, I'm Candace Sweet, and in this video, I want to give you a few tips about how to navigate our eLearn course. Now, I'm using this video for a couple of different classes, so some of the pictures, the dates might be a little bit different, but the basics of navigating the course are going to be the same. So when you log into eLearn and you select our course and section, you'll come on to the course home page, and that's what this is. So if you scroll down, you'll see on this side, news alerts. This one here has my contact information, and it is going to remain here for the duration of the semester. But each week, news alerts are going to be added just to kind of let you know what to expect for that week and kind of what we're doing for that week. So this is the course home. Almost everything you're going to need for our course is going to be listed under course content. So one thing is I want to show you the overview, a nice welcome message, but I also have a version of our syllabus in Microsoft Word that you can download, save to your computer, and it is also an easily printable version of our course syllabus. Let's come down here to our Get Started Here folder. So this is the first folder that I want you to go into, and indeed you must have done to find this navigating video. But here are all of the information just to help you get started in our course. So we've got our welcome message from me, a couple of different welcomes, the course syllabus. This is the same information that you will find in that Word version, but this is an HTML version. But it's the same information. We have our first quiz. I have some student resources here for you. Resources, our full textbook, talking about resources about the importance of class, attending class, and also this great resource to help you study. This would be great to bookmark for your other courses as well, StudyMate. I also have some emergency resources for you as well, things like fire drills, tornado drills, things like that. So take a look through all of these resources, but let me give you a couple of tips about how to easily navigate. So here, of course, I want you to read the entire course syllabus. Now I can do a couple of things on this screen. I can come back here to the Get Started Here and go back to that list. But do you see these arrows? They make it easy to go in order through the folder from one thing to the next. Now you'll see here this little icon, and I want to click on that, and I want to bookmark my schedule of assignments. Now, why do I want to do that? This is probably going to be the link that you go to most often throughout the entire course because it's got due dates and also clickable links for each thing that you're expected to read and each assignment that you're expected to do. So again, I can come here. I can also, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I can use this arrow to navigate easily as well. I don't have to go all the way back up to the top. Now I can come back up here to the Get Started and see the entire link and click things easily there as well. Now let me go up here to the bookmarks. Now that I've bookmarked the schedule of assignments, here it is. I don't have to look in a folder or a subfolder or a sub-subfolder in order to find it. So it's just going to be really easy to find right there. And I do think that would be a good idea to kind of help you plan your weeks and stay on track with all of your assignments and everything that you're needing to do. Now let's take a look at the week 1 folder as well. So we have a weekly checklist. I hope that this is going to be really helpful for you as you say, okay, I need to read the overview. I've done that. Come here and click on it, right? I've read our textbook. Click on it, and now I'm finished. And this way you can keep track of what you have completed and what you have not completed. I also give you time estimates for about how long it's going to take you to complete these assignments. Students taking this class last semester, I talked with them and they did let me know that these time estimates are pretty much on track. So you can use those time estimates to plan your weeks and plan when you can get your homework accomplished. I have overviews for you, learning objectives, the tasks that you'll do, some essential questions that you should ask yourself, and then a pie chart of about how much time you should spend on our assignments. So I can scroll up to the top, do it from the bottom, and just navigate. Okay, so I want you to know that while our textbook, here, let me go back into it. I got out too quickly. While our full textbook is provided for you in the Get Started Here folder, what I have done for you is I have saved the individual sections of the textbook. See, we're not reading all of it. It's like over 1,000 pages, my word. We're just reading parts of it. And I have saved those individual parts in each weekly folder. So I wouldn't recommend printing off the entire textbook, but if you wanted to print this document, you could. But pages 1 through 25, that's all you're going to need to read for this first week. Okay, so we've got a paper assignment. Here are the instructions for it. I want you to read that very carefully. I am very excited to learn all about you and your writing past. Notice these are the skills you will demonstrate. Click here. Here's the knowledge you will gain. I help give you some tasks to help guide you through writing this paper. Got a nice video for you. And I give you some time estimates, and I even break down the paper itself and about how long each of those different tasks should take you. So here I'm going through, there's a link to the Dropbox, but I can also navigate easily to the Dropbox here. And I really want to show you this because again, paper assignment, any resources you might need. Here's where you upload your paper assignment. If you have a message, this is not a requirement, but if you have a message, you can message me here under comments. But what I really want to show you is the grading rubric. So for every single graded assignment you're going to have this semester, I have rubrics for them. And you will be able to see every rubric even before you start working on the assignment. Our class is completely open for you. All of the drop boxes are open for you, and you can see all of the rubrics. You can see how much the assignments are going to be worth, the criteria that I'm going to be using to grade, and what constitutes excellent, proficient, basic, limited, etc. It'll tell you how many points that particular assignment is worth and how many points you need to get an A, B, C, and so on. So I do encourage you to look at all of the rubrics, and I mean for discussion boards. Actually, let's take a quick look. The discussion boards are listed for you under content, but they're also listed all together under discussion board. So let's go to this first one. It's not due until the second week, but notice grading rubric. So the rubrics are not all the same because the assignments are assessing different learning objectives. The learning objectives and the criteria are going to be different for our different assignments. So be sure that you are looking over those grading rubrics. So again, if you look under discussions, all of the discussion boards for our semester are listed there. If I go to Dropbox, all of the drop boxes are listed together. All of our many quizzes will have, look, only 2 quizzes, but they're both listed here under testing. And when you look under grades, this is where all of your grades are going to be located. Now the quizzes, I put the answers in so the computer can grade that automatically. So as soon as you finish the quiz, they're going to pop those grades in for you. But for the papers and discussion boards and other assignments, I need to grade those. They are not graded by the computer. So I'll be using the rubric, but those grades won't come in until I actually grade those assignments. I want to show you our calendar as well, because it will have our due dates and our end dates to help you plan out your weeks. Look under the class list. It will list all of your classmates, as well as myself and the embedded librarian, Ruth Slagle, for our course. And I will be recording attendance here. And honestly, the rest of these we kind of don't use, so don't worry about those too much. But let's go back under content because I do want to point something else out. In this folder here, all of this material is required. I want you to read this. I want you to do the paper. I have a survey, but I want you to scroll down to student resources. Each folder for every week we'll have a student resources folder. This material is not required necessarily, but it is there to help you be successful. So if you're not sure how do I structure a paper, I've got an outline for you. Even for this first paper, I am assuming that you remember MLA format from Comp 1, But just in case you don't, I have a resource to help you set up your paper for MLA format. I have a video here about how paper one's going to be graded, and of course, a document about plagiarism, cheating, and the use of AI. So these are resources, and each student resource folder is filled with optional resources, but they are often examples of what I'm looking for, or just anything I can find that I think would help you complete that assignment easily and more effectively. So all of the folders are open. You can certainly look ahead and just kind of get the lay of the land. What I recommend that you do now is to just go into the class and just start clicking on things and just get yourself comfortable. Get yourself comfortable with how you want to navigate the class and how you want to go back and forth with things. Like I said, everything is listed here for you under content, even the drop boxes and the discussion boards. But if you want to use these tabs, in the testing, you certainly can. But they are all listed for you under content. So what I'm expecting is that you will start at the beginning of each weekly folder and go in order all the way through the end. And even if you're not going to need some of the student resources, maybe look through them just to see if they wouldn't be helpful for you after all. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions about navigating, anything doesn't look right, or if you're just, struggling a little bit, because all of your professor classes probably look very different here in eLearn, and it can kind of be hard, the first week or two to just wrap your head around everything. So know that you can always come by my office and I can show you some things. We can set up a Zoom meeting and I can share my screen and show you a few things. So anything that you need that would be helpful to you, do please let me know. But until then, go ahead and just get into eLearn and start getting comfortable with it.